Why bother doing an intro? This is going to be the gun guide to, well, as a game. Today we are doing DMRs and battle rifles. Keep in mind, I will put bias into this because it's I recommend or I don't recommend. Keep in mind, I try to get a kill on every weapon, so I start off with the same amount of kills so I start off with a blank weapon, and then you give it me, and then I try it out. Now, most of these weapons are my personal use weapons. Like, I personally use the SKS, the Dragunov SVU, and that's about it. Now, the battle rifle category, I love the Scar H, and I love the Henry. I cannot love a lot of these weapons. So, we're starting off with the Mark 11. You unlock it right at pretty early, so you might not be as good as you might think. But this weapon, is a DMR. It is pretty good damage. The iron sights are not good for long range shooting. Now, I would recommend this at like battle rifle distance, so like about like right here to the end of here, and trying to aim at heads. I have no idea where the bullet hits. Okay, so I guess it hits at the bottom of the little T on the aperture sight, which is the bunny ear sight. This rifle is pretty decent. It's not good for fire rate, it's not good for anything else, it's just decent damage in my game, but it's not a one-shot headshot. I do not believe it was a one-shot headshot. If it is, it's probably not one-shot headshot at long range. Check it out. No, it's not a one-shot headshot, so it's pretty bad. Next up will be the SKS. Now, as you can see, I got 200 kills on it. I use this every now and again when I just dislike something or someone, because this thing is pretty good. It's pretty scary when you're on someone who knows how to use it. And honestly, it's just spammy. It is just spammy because it's accurate when spamming. And just the rate of fire they can put down range, the amount of lead you can put down range. It's not a crisp accurate GK W3S. But hey, better than nothing. And as you can see, it is basically, I use this during, if I'm going World War II only, or just DMR only, things like that, because it's fairly decent. It's fairly nice. But, you know, that's that. Next up is the Dragunov SVU. This weapon is beautiful. Now, the optics do come with the PO scope, or just the standard scope. Now, the standard scope, it has a green reticle, and I will not show you both. I'll just show you I'll use the one that was originally designed for it, because it's automatically unlocked. You don't have to unlock any kills with it, it is just automatically unlocked. From what I remember, but I'm actually not going to show you that, I'm just going to show you the default scope. Because I'm going to show you how it comes to you. Now, this gun, I remember you used to be able to use the iron sights, which was actually decent. I like that. I like the fact that I could use iron sights. But then they added the secondary scope for it, and I'm like, bro, I want to use my iron sights. Or no, it was a different weapon that you could use. But, as you can see, it's red. It's a red scope. This is what glass uses. Rainbow Six Siege, I have pretty good use of glass. I'm pretty bad at it. I was in the running fuse instead. But this weapon is famous for a reload. The Chuck Norris reload. You throw the mag into a bucket. It's actually better if it's running. As you can see, you throw the mag pretty far. But yeah, no, that's the weapon. And let me tell you, this weapon looks pretty damn good. I do have to be honest with you. May all your bacon burn. Well, that's rude. So next up, we have the VS's Victorias. I mentioned that in my just gun guide video, my original gun guide video, the assault when I mentioned the Asphalt. Now I do have a bias with this. Now keep in mind, you already have the PSO scope with this because it's a Russian DMR. Now, but I'm going to show you the weapon as it is in game, as you get it right away. Without a scope. So, how is the weapon? Oh yeah, it comes semi-auto. It said, like, after the longest time, I thought this weapon was semi-automatic. No, it's actually full auto. You have full auto feature on it. And when this is a one-shot headshot weapon, and the recoil goes up, if you aim at the torso, you will get headshots. Now my advice is to bunker down and just one-tap people, but I mean, I've gotten pretty good at that. So, would I recommend this weapon? Yes. But it is a dick move using it. Because it's suppressed and it's a one-shot. It's basically like taking a BFG and putting whacking as a suppressor. It's not that nice. It's not nice using it, but it is pretty fun using. Next up, we have the Scar SSR. I used this for a short time. I bought it for a lot of money, and I regretted it. Because I thought it'd be the Scar H, but better. No, it's not. It's not good at all. It has an abysmal fire rate of, what is it, 220. I mean, it does pretty good damage up until a certain range. Now, I generally like the Scar Iron Sights because they are pretty good. But, you know, they are. This one is just, I mean, look at that. It is so little, it's so red fire that it just, meh. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend trying to waste your money and buying it. Because, honestly, Dragunov is better. In my personal opinion, the Dragunov is better. It does more damage at longer range. Plus, if you really wanted to buy something with your money, you buy the SVDS. Now, I've used this. This thing has no rate of fire. It is basically bolt action. In fact, I think, well, it's a little faster. It's only five fire rate faster than the Mos Magan. Okay, so next up we're going over battle rifles. I love battle rifles. I'm not gonna BXR like I am in Halo. Now this battle rifle, I don't know why, but it has orange iron sights. I don't know if it's because I'm on an orange team or something, but I loved one-tapping with this. One tap. That's such a recoil. I put an ECAR on it, and I started sniping. Just put on semi and started sniping. And when you see those enemies just for cover, see it come around the corner with a freaking battle rifle. It is something amazing. But there was better. I knew there was better out there. So, I kept an open eye. And I went to the Russians for help. And I bought their, kind of game-breaking weapon. But then I looked at the damage. And actually, I unlocked it. I didn't have any sort of want to get it. And I was like, oh wait, this thing has the same fire rate as the normal AK-12. But it has worse damage than the Scar H. Actually, it's about the same. But, in close quarters, this thing proves to be deadly. Now, of course, you can see I have an ACOG, and I clearly did not earn the ACOG. In the end, it was worth nothing. So, how does the AK-12 BR stand out against the AK-12? Well, it empties the mag a lot faster. Now, would I recommend this? Yes, it's a good. I recommend battle rifles because the damage is just good. Now, the AK-12 BR itself, personally, I would not recommend. So, you know, it's at your own discretion. Because it's not that good. It's not that good. I'm gonna be real with you. Now, next up is the AG3. Now, this one was a doozy. I just unlocked it not that long ago, and I don't have that many kills on it, so I don't have that much stuff on it. But my god, the recoil. And the low mag capacity is kind of pissing me off. But it doesn't one-shot damage, so I'm kind of, you know, upset. That is that. It's just meh. It's not. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, next up we will have my favorite rifle in the game, the Henry 4570. As you can see, I only have yet to unlock or purchase the ammunition. Personally, I will just leave it as is because it is a one-shot headshot, and I usually run like this because trying to one-tap people in the gun is fun, especially when it's really hard. Like, all my friends criticize me because I use it. I wouldn't say persecute, but they really don't like this one. They don't like going against it when I have it because I scare them. But it has a reasonable rate of fire. So if you can't aim, don't use it. I would not recommend using it. If you can aim using these awful sights, I would recommend you use it because it damages people a lot. But that's just my opinion. So, Henry 4570. This unfortunately does not do 70 to 45 damage. That'd be actually really nice if it did. But unfortunately it does not, but it has a 2.4 headshot multiplier. So it is a pretty high headshot multiplier. Now, next up we'll be doing the carbine, and a little broken carbine that I like to call Look Ma, No Aiming.